Hey YouTube, how is it going today? Well, there are a ton of bullish looking charts out there right now, so grab a pen and a piece of paper because all of you traders out there are going to want to write some of these ones down. Now, if you're new to my channel, I've been trading and investing for over 20 years, and in every video, I'll show you some of the potential trades and investments that I see setting up. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any future trading or investing ideas. And I also have a Patreon group, so if you would like to be a part of our community and see what we are buying and selling in real time, that link is in the description. Alright, well, let's get into these charts, but first off, just a couple of things. Number one is, of course, I am not a financial advisor. Please do all of your own research before investing or trading any of these stocks. All of this is just my opinion. And number two, if you could do me a favor and like the smash button for me, it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Or at least that's what everybody else says, so I'm assuming it does. So, yeah, whatever. Let's get into these charts. The first one I want to show you is IDEX, ticker symbol IDEX. This is actually my favorite chart of the bunch, so I'm going to show you this one first. I do not own any of this one, but if it closes near the high of the day, or if it closes above probably 307 or 308. Right now it's trading at $3.10. I'm probably going to take a position in this one before the day ends because this pattern is just one of my absolute favorite patterns to trade. Number one, you have the beautiful rounded bottom, and then you get that last pop up and it starts to go sideways and then breaks above those moving averages and is holding the faster one, which is the white one, which is the 8-period exponential moving average. Now, if you flip through charts, you're going to notice this little combination right here happens almost every single time a stock goes on a pretty decent run. Now, just because this formation happens doesn't guarantee it's going to go on a run. But you'll be surprised how many stocks, when they go on a nice price, onto some nice price gains, this happens just before the big run up. That's why I love to trade this pattern. And right now, if it does close, like I said, probably above 307, 308, and closes near the high of the day, so that means that there's probably going to be some follow through the next day if it closes the day out today with some strength. So this is the one that I definitely like the most, IDEX. Next one I want to show you is MVIS. Jump MVIS. Hey, let's see if we can make this work. There we go. MVIS is not a penny stock, but this one is a high flyer, and it's making a very similar pattern. Actually, when I put this on my list, it was trading near the high of the day, so it's pulled back just a little bit since I've been recording this video. But nonetheless, this is definitely a very bullish-looking pattern. It's been going sideways since mid-February. It's pulled back from this high. It had a false breakout, which I like to see at least one false breakout before it starts, rounding back up. That usually kicks out the people that are, too eagerly anticipating a breakout. And once the stock comes back down, you have these short-term players that were looking to sell on the first run. Usually these guys have left the stock, or at least some of them have. So when the stock goes on another run, it has a higher probability of going on a sustained run. Now, you can see that this has a pretty substantial resistance area right here. So it's knocking on the door of that resistance area. Now, if it can break through this resistance, I think this run will probably be the one that's more sustainable. So MVIS is definitely worth keeping an eye on to see if it can break through this resistance in the next couple of days or so. Next one I want to show you is TRVN. We look at TRVN. Let me back out a little bit. I've actually been watching this one for quite a while, but this is another one of my more favorite trading patterns. When the stock is trending down like this, you get a false break, and then you get a reversal right back into this consolidation area. And that's exactly what TRVN is doing. Not only is it doing that, but it's been going sideways, and now it's printing a nice green candle. So I think it has a pretty good possibility of breaking through this resistance area right here around $1.88. This is the type of pattern that I also want to see it close near the high of the day. I want to see a lot of strength. I want to see a lot of strength for the whole day so we can get some follow through in the next couple of days, so we can make our money. But TRVN, definitely one of my favorite patterns on the day. Still leaning towards IDEX, but I really like TRVN as well. All right, let's get into the next one, which is GEVO. GEVO is making a similar type pattern. You can see we had this false break plus a bounce off that 200 period simple moving average. A jump back above those moving averages. It started going sideways, and now it's starting to run up, and it's past all those moving averages right now. So GEVO is turning into a pretty decent looking momentum trade and a very nice sort of a rounded bottom formation. It's a little sloppier, but nonetheless, it is a great looking chart. Next one I want to show you is AIKI. AIKI is making a similar pattern as well. It's starting to form that rounding bottom, jumped above those moving averages, and is heading sideways. And if it prints a decent looking green candle right here, probably closing up towards 116, 117 or so, that is going to be a very good looking buy signal. So AIKI is another good looking one. Another one is TNXP. TNXP is looking absolutely beautiful right now. This one is also near the top of my list. I might end up grabbing some of this one as well if this one closes near the high of the day because, man, this is just a beautiful pattern as well, and I'm seeing a lot of these in the market today. I think there's a lot of rotation going into some of these small cap stocks that have been out of favor for the last several months because I haven't seen a lot of these type of chart formations in quite a while. So there could be some decent money rotating back into these small cap stocks, but TNXP making a very similar pattern. Definitely a great looking chart. Next one I want to show you is CIDM. Now this one was in the news just a little while back for the NFTs, and I don't know if they're still doing that or if that was just a rumor, but I do know this is a very nice looking chart pattern. It's starting to break out of this triangle consolidation. And actually, let me back it out just a little bit and get rid of these lines. If I get rid of the lines, you can see it's definitely starting to round up. It is printing a very nice green candle right there. So CIDM, I think, has a very strong possibility of moving higher. A lot of the noise surrounding CIDM is kind of come out of this stock. A lot of people aren't talking about CIDM anymore, and that usually will result in the stock having a pretty decent sustained up move. But CIDM is definitely worth looking at. Another one that I want to show you is USWS, and I actually do own some of this one. So just a full disclosure there, this is a little bit of a a little bit of a pep rally for one of my positions, but it is still a great looking pattern. This thing looks poised to break higher. It's printed 3 candles, 2 dojis, and a little bit of a reversal candle, but it really didn't go down that far. But it is knocking on the door of resistance right around $1.27. So this one looks like it is ready to explode higher. So I am sitting tight on USWS, and of course, the energy stocks are still red hot, and a lot of those energy stocks are doing very well today, including the coal stocks. So I'm definitely sitting tight on USWS. Another one I want to show you is CYCN. CYCN making another similar pattern. You can see we had this false break and then another move back up into this consolidation. And now it looks like it's starting to run up with those moving averages. So CYCN is another beautiful looking rounded bottom formation as well. Next one I want to show you is TK. If we look at TK, let me back it out just a little bit. This is another energy stock in the oil and gas sector. We can see this one is forming a little bit of a rounded bottom near the highs. Those are very powerful continuation patterns, and it's coming right up on this resistance area, and it could be breaking through it today. The energy stocks have been red hot, and TK is certainly one of the better looking charts in the group, even though there are a ton of great looking charts in this group. There's just too many to name, but TK definitely looks like it could be ready for its next leg up. Next one I want to show you is KRMD. KRMD is making another rounded bottom formation. There's just a ton of these in the market. big move up, moving sideways, holding those moving averages, and printing a beautiful green candle. This is what I love to see after a moving average hold. I mean, just a beautiful continuation pattern. I think this one's next stop is going to be that 200 period simple moving average all the way up to around $5.25. So still a pretty decent move left for KRMD before it hits any significant resistance. Next one I want to show you is VHC. If we look at VHC, this one is in a little bit of a steeper downtrend, but still another great reversal, moving average hold, and starting to move up those moving averages. There's going to be some resistance on VHC right here. So there's going to be some resistance around, let's call it right around $5. So that's not too far away. Plus, you have this 50 period simple moving average right around 486. So there is some overhead resistance not too far from the price. So this one I'm a little bit more cautious on, but it is still a very nice looking pattern. So I definitely wanted to show it to you. Next one I wanted to show you was ENLC. ENLC is another one in the oil and gas sector. So this one is just looking like it's ready to break through this bullish triangle formation. So it's putting pressure on resistance right there at about $5.10. So I wouldn't be surprised one bit if ENLC blasts through this resistance area, because the oil and gas and the energy sector has been so hot. There's still people piling into this trade. Definitely with the way this pattern is looking, this is straight accumulation and strong accumulation, because the lows are continuing to go higher. And, it's still putting pressure on that resistance area. Normal consolidations kind of go sideways, but when you see the lows going up as it's moving towards that resistance area, that means they're not letting the stock fall nearly as far as before, and there's people jumping in earlier. So that's more enthusiastic accumulation. So the energy stocks are definitely still in play. Next one I want to show you is WIMI. WIMI is a little bit more of a higher risk play, because this one has been in a steep downtrend, kind of like VHC was, but a big reversal back above those moving averages, holding sideways and then printing a nice green candle. But it does have overhead resistance right here at $5.80, so just above the current price. And and then we should have a pretty clear sailing, a pretty clear shot at this 200 period simple moving average right around $6.70. So as long as it can get past the 50, I think this one has a great chance of making it to that 200 period simple moving average, because this is a pretty powerful reversal pattern that it's making at the moment. Next one I want to show you is CHCI. Promise there isn't too many more. I had to leave some of them off my list because I didn't want this video to drag on forever, but definitely another great looking pattern. CHCI, they are in the home building sector, and the real estate market has been red hot in many areas. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this one catches a bid, just because it's associated with them. But definitely a bullish looking formation. Nice move up, starting to pull back, and now printing a nice green candle. So CHCI is definitely looking very bullish at the moment. Next one I want to talk about is XL. XL Fleet was very popular several months ago. You can see the huge runs that it went on, but now this thing has just been, just meandering down, kind of going sideways to down, and now it's starting to make a nice rounded bottom formation. This one has been out of favor, but now it looks like it is poised to break above those moving averages. Had a reversal, it's been heading sideways, now it looks like it could be breaking out. So XL is definitely worth looking at. And the last one I want to show you is AREC. AREC is in the coal sector. It's been stuck in this descending wedge formation and has been riding that 200 period simple moving average. Almost all the other stocks in the coal sector have been red hot. This one's kind of been left behind, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this one starts to blast higher, because it's coming out of this accumulation formation for the last several weeks, and just has a a move up because all of the other coal stocks are moving up. So this one could end up catching up to all of the rest of those coal stocks. All right, guys, well, that's all I have for this video, so I'm going to end it right there. But if you have any questions about any of these stocks, or if you have any other stocks you want me to take a look at, please leave them down there in the comment section. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end, guys, and until next time, take care.